Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. Very excited because it's another JoyToy X Warhammer day. This is their next lot of Ultramarines. This is the Ultramarine Intercessors. So this is set 3. We've had the Infiltrators, the Incursors, now we have the Intercessors. Just by looking at the box, they look like they've corrected some of the things I wasn't keen on last time. Mainly the heads look slightly more scaled. I might be wrong, but maybe it's just they got better detailing than previous, but they do look really good, and you can see they come with helmeted heads and unhelmeted heads, which looks fantastic. And the guns have straps on according to the pictures. This looks like a great set. I'll have a quick look inside if I can. Are they blind boxed again? Let's have a look. It would appear that they are not blind boxed. Each box has its own picture, and so we know which one we are getting, but the back is the same. It just shows all 4. So if you're buying individually, at least you can know what you're getting this time. Look pretty cool. Okay, I am going to unbox these, turn the camera around, and then we can get this review and take a closer look, and we can do a comparison too. Let's get into this. Right, let me just say this now. Wow. As someone just commented on my video yesterday, the little haul showing this, it's very rarely the sequel is better than the original, and these are definitely better. I've only posed one, the rest I just put standing up, and I've changed the hands on the Sergeant only. So let's have a look at each figure in turn. Mainly the head sculpt, and then there's 2 a bit more. In fact, they're all slightly individual. So let's have a look at this guy here first of all. Much better head sculpt. The scaling is slightly better than the originals. So if I grab one of the originals, oops, who's over here. Okay, this is one of the unhelmeted ones from the original lot. We compare this head and this head. Skin color is better, and it appears to be slightly smaller as well, make it look far more realistic. So JoyToy, fantastic job on that. Lovely gold color on there, still got slight weathering. See the white bits there, look fantastic. Turn around the back, these look to be new. No, they're on the old ones as well, but slightly different on the inside. This is like 2 ridges, this is like a hole with something inside. And also we have different on the backpack. You can see this is the holes, this is the lines across. These should move. Yes, still move. Fantastic. These parts here are fixed, but they can pop off, and I'll show that in another figure in a second. Gun has got a strap. This strap is the least well designed of the straps. Better to have on a hinge joint here and here, so it moves around freely, but it looks good nonetheless. Looks fantastic. Helmeted head is here, really good, and it should be just a case of just off camera, make it slightly easier, I hope. Popping off. Let's align his neck peg, and then whoa, that's it, stiff. Off camera again. Woo! Hopefully don't have to heat up for this. Let's just push this on now, and you can enjoy the other Marines while I'm doing this. Okay, that's on. In fact, you can see that his head is actually bigger than the helmet. It looks better scaled with the helmet than with the head. Okay, so they come with 3 pairs of alternate hands each, and they come with one of these pistols. You see he's got a drilled barrel here. His main gun we've not seen before. Love the logo. Again, his drilled barrels. Ammo doesn't come off. Okay, I will take that out of his hand. We have a look at articulation. So we saw the jetpack, or the backpack, sorry. Heads go side to side, up and down. They can turn. Shoulders all around. We need to watch out for the side there. You see the joint does pop out on the shoulder, which means you can get a relatively decent lateral raise because it pops out slightly. Not to 180. So he feels slightly less than the originals actually. Let's have a quick look. Get my original guy here. And about the same. Bicep bend is a double joint, you can see in there. So despite being so bulky, they get a really tight bicep bend, well over 90 degrees, which is fantastic. There is a bicep turn. The wrist is on a ball joint to another ball joint, so it goes around and moves in every direction. I wish they did this in all their figures. There is a trunk, forwards, backwards, side to side turn. There is a waist turn. Hips not too far, but that is far enough. Forwards is really good. Backwards is alright. Very chunky legs. There is a thigh turn, but double kneecap, and look at that, really, really tight. And then feet. The feet have a turn, which is fantastic. They have a swivel, which is fantastic. Dorsiflexation. It's not the best, but it's good enough. And their, the tippy toes, the dorsiflexation here is Michael Jackson. It's a bit small, but okay. And they also have the toe articulation, which JoyToy do in their figures, you can see here, which is fantastic. So this is number one. I forget his name. I didn't take the cards out. Number 2 is the Sergeant, and he also comes with this chain sword here. Looks good. He's got this seal here on his leg. He's got whatever that is there on his come his belt. This knee pad here. Same, not quite the same gun. He's actually got a little clip part. There's actually some articulation there. Same backpack. What's really nice here, if you look at his wrist, check this out. How cool is that? You can open it up. He's got like a control panel and a small screen inside too. Maybe if I can get a close up on that. There we go. That is really quite cool. Don't go any closer than that. There we go. Very, very nice job by JoyToy. Fantastic head sculpt again. Shoulder pads different. He's got this part on here. The shoulders do have pads do have movement, you see, which will help with articulation, but being so bulky, it's still going to limit. He has on his belt section, this helmet here, this can be taken off, and there's a hole, so you could really convert that for something else, but then you have to take that peg out. And these other parts on the same peg, so you can swap and change if you want. Just push that back in. And then his head is identical to that one there, but it's got the actual proper neck part. Again, I'll change this off camera, so it's a bit easier to do. Well, it should be easy to do, I hope. Now they have a barbell joint from the neck into the head here. The small ball goes into the neck, and the big ball goes into the actual head. Okay, let's push this on. There we go. Oh, that didn't go on, my mistake. Let's try again. Okay, it's on. So if it's on, I'll be tempted to take the helmet off. I'll leave it there. But no, I'll take it off. Okay, so he'll have exactly the same articulation. Just want to check out his arms. They do pop off. You see there's a ball on his shoulder, and that does have some movement too. If you could cut that off, but that looks silly. You want to take off the shoulder pads. This one is the only one I'm really worried about. Going around, yeah, still okay. But same articulation. Looks fantastic, as you can see. So next one, again, is slightly different to the others in terms of his body, because he's got a knife on the front, and yes, the knife does come out of the sheath. I've given his pistol and his main gun, I've just slung over his shoulder like that. very, very easy. Again, these parts come off the belt. Same articulation. Head sculpt in this one, again, looks pretty fierce and mean. Really good job by JoyToy on these, I have to say. Needs to see a dentist, mind you, get some braces, but very, very good job. Looks cool. Do like that a lot. Here, the same articulation, looks fantastic. Oh, he's also got a little difference again here. He's got this like the shell hanging off there. Fantastic. And then we come to the last one. The last one I know his name. I won't. Yeah, let me change his head around so I get a squad picture with their heads changed as well. And we come to the last one. The last one is easy to remember his name because his name is actually on his armor. So just get this head off. Okay, head off. Put the sergeant's head and helmet over there. Okay. And now let's put the helmet on. Okay. Here he is, looking rather cool. Let's get him standing up. The last one I've done in an action pose. Easy to remember his name because it's on his actual armor. Varro. So looks really cool. Could hold that with two hands very nicely. We get a look at his head sculpt again. Some mean scars on his head, but he does look really, really quite good. So he's got, what's that, a bone? Some sort of holy relic coming off his belt. That part, does it come off? Yeah, that part can be taken off, it looks like, as well. You can pull out from the belt there and change around. So what I like about these is you've got these 4 individuals. However, you can change parts around them, with the exception of Vero because of his shoulder pad and Sergeant because of his knee. You can change parts around of these two and just army build or troop build and get more. They are fantastic. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quickly pause this, get a couple of other figures up to do a comparison, and I'll put in some dynamic poses as well. So let me do that and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here they are in more dynamic poses. Really easy to pose, mainly because I've got these huge feet. What JoyToy have done is they've taken the original sets and they've really improved it. Head sculpts are better, there's better dimensions, their heads are slightly smaller. Feet appear to be slightly bulkier on the new ones. Articulation's as good. The gold is, I would say, pops more on the new ones. However, I'll see the weathering appears made to be a touch more on the original. Also, on the guns with these ones, I can't see any that have the removable. There we go, removable ammo clip, which we saw on the original ones. Having said that, they look fantastic. Really good. I think they've done a cracking job on this. I mean, I love the originals, but these are even better. Such a great set. And I'm going to be reviewing the Blood Angels Death Company tomorrow, so I'm really looking forward to that too. So in terms of scale, we know that these are large for 1/18 scale. They're not true scale to Warhammer 40Ks, and they'll be probably around about 14-15 centimeters, you know. As it is, they're around about 12.5. I think if they were 13 centimeters, 14 centimeters, I think that'd be perfect. But they are looking a lot better, especially with these new head sculpts. So if I put him like this, I'll take one of the original ones, and height-wise should be about the same. Yeah, fantastic. Height is the same. In fact, move these across so we can see a bit more easily. So height is the same. If I use my Sumabig, who I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but I'll stick him to the videos, which is, I would use him as like a Slanish demonette or a corn bloodletter with some work perhaps, who's massive. You can see that he towers above them all, but he is meant to be 18 centimeters, so he is huge. If I use a recently made and reviewed a mech dog from 30-minute missions, or dog mecha, really quite nice. That will scale very well in the Warhammer world. Again, I'll stick this guy to the videos. Good articulation, great kit. I'll get another, I'll use an Acid Rain. Narinu Sentinel, the one I'm using with the fade head from Fortnite. Get him standing up straight. Now he's going to be dwarfed. And look at that. Towers above the Acid Rain in terms of height and bulk. If I use a, let me use another JoyToy Saluk Flame Dragon Cavalry figure who's bulky, but he cannot compare to the bulk of these guys. He's shorter, and even his bulk looks small in comparison. And then lastly, I'll use I'll do two more. I'll do a Tool Marvel Legend Series. This is the 118 Legend Series figure. This is Drax the Destroyer. Now he is almost as tall, just a touch shorter, but again far more slightly built. And lastly, one of my favorite Fortnite figures, Menace, who is just fantastic looking, and even with his, he scales quite well. Not quite as tall with his head flame. He is taller, but he just wouldn't last 1/7 of a second against these guys. Fantastic set by JoyToy. They've really done a good job with this. Great figures. Highly recommended. If you haven't already pre-ordered these, I suggest you do it as soon as possible. Whether you want to do it from Fly Armor JoyToy store, see the video description, or you want to do it from Locker Toys, or you want to do it from Games Workshop when it's come on their site, you can do that. But I recommend these big style. These are fantastic action figures. They go really well with the original set. And remember, we've got Chaos stuff coming out soon as well, so you don't want to miss out on that stuff as well. And we also got the Invictus Warsuits and Space Wolves. So like so much stuff. This is fantastic. Please click on the notification icon and subscribe to up-to-date latest news, reviews, videos, etc. Remember, I've got the Blood Angels Death Company video coming out the day after this, so tomorrow, and loads more stuff on my channel. Stay happy, keep collecting. Bye bye.